ఓం శ్రీ కృష్ణ పరబ్రహ్మణే నమః. ఓం శ్రీ సరస్వత్యై నమః. ఓం శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. హరి ఓం. వెల్కమ్ మై డియర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ అండ్ రిలేటివ్స్. In our discussion today, we are going to recite the 38th sloka of the Moksha Sannyasa Yogam. Let us recite. विषयेन्द्रिय संयोगात् यत्तदग्रे अमृतोपमं परिणामे विषमिव तत्सुखं राजसं स्मृतम्. In a very general way, Bhagavan is explaining what is the second quality of the sukham, happiness we get. This is mostly observed in our day-to-day life. There are many lakhs of examples, but only a few we will discuss. On the periphery, when we start that, when we try to enjoy that, it looks as if it is amrita. Amrita means very happy, creating, providing us all happiness. But after consuming that, after experiencing that, we find that it will turn into poison very shortly. Poison means unhappiness. Poison means not actually poison. Vishamiva, that also happens like that. Vishamiva means it leads to death. Something may be very pleasant to start, but it can end one's own life also. I will give a few examples. One person was eating in a canteen for 30 years fried food, the snacks. What happened at the age of 60, suddenly they said immediately it will not be there. The result will be known after 30 years. And all 30 years he has enjoyed. Now 30 years ending, they say there are stones in the gallbladder. Gallbladder has to be removed. Like that, children will be eating ice cream and chocolates. That is very happy. They feel so much tasty, help and all that. But finally, after 1 month or 2 months, when you go to dentist, he discovers that the teeth have got spoiled and have to be plucked out. And the children nowadays have got this one habit of playing computer games. You have seen for long hours. I'm not commenting any of them, but I don't know how the parents will have to manage this. At least my children, my grandchildren have that problem. They keep it very nearby, and hours together they are going on watching computer games. Because of that, time is wasted. They will not be able to devote any time for studies, and in the exam they cannot fare well in their studies, and eyes get affected. Sometimes glasses are given, and sometimes even glasses won't work. These are the types of so many. I can give one more example with third example and we'll finish it off. Say, the sarees for the women, they are sold on discount. They conduct exhibitions in very big hotels also. They say 300 rupees saree we are giving for 50 rupees. Or 3000 rupees silk saree, 3000 rupees worth we are giving for 300 rupees. So immediately we get lured and purchase. What happens? After wearing for one day, next day if we put it to laundry, entire color will go away or it will get torn off. So anything, buy one, get one free, discount or installments, all these gimmicks, so many gimmicks in the market lure the customer. So we have to be very careful. If we are happy means, Vijaya Prakash Swami has written in his book, if some incident or something is giving happiness now, temporarily, immediately remember that after that happiness is over, you will be pushed into this unhappiness. So don't get unnecessarily cheated or by this misleading happiness. So the permanent happiness we get only in realizing the cosmic energy in us, atmic cosmic energy, that is our self-confidence. We should believe in ourselves. Yes, I can do this. Let me do hard work. Let me see my elders. And there is another trend I have seen. this younger generation, sometimes they don't respect the elders, they don't care. They think that they know much more than that. But I heard Swami Tattvavidananda was saying, even if a person is one day elder, he is elder to you. He knows something more. One day more, he has experienced this nature, so he knows it. We have to come. So one may be expert in computer field, for example, but still his elder brother who doesn't know anything about computer, but life he has lived for one more day, or say one more year. He is just 1 year above. He has got a lot of knowledge about the nature and God. So this cosmic energy, self-confidence, one or somebody, many people think that it is my body. I am doing everything with my body. My body does everything. So there is nothing like cosmic energy inside. they think like that. But our scriptures are telling so clearly. So many are there in YouTube, and so many pravachanam, so many Swamijis. Every day, Bhakti channel, this, the TTD, so many channels are there. They are telling so clearly. But in spite of that, people think that this is my body. I am doing everything for myself. God is revealing his secret. They say Bhagavad Gita is a secret. Why it is secret? He is keeping the remote and he is telling that I am keeping the remote control. So that nobody tells, no? If somebody is keeping the key with him secretly, but he will not tell. But God has revealed it because Arjuna needed it. He said, Ishvara sarva bhutanam hruddese Arjuna tishtati brahmayan sarva bhutani yantra rudhani mayaya. He has declared it in this chapter only. In the future we will get it. So he says, in every human being, in every insect, everything, in Lord, sun, water, everything, I am there and I am running the show. He is telling very clearly. In spite of telling so clearly, and in spite of understanding that there is some hidden power, because it is hidden, it is the secret, we cannot know. That is why it is called as secret. Similarly, in performing any duty, my younger son asked me, he got a genuine doubt. Now also I studied it after so many years of gap. What they say is, don't put your mind on don't focus on the result. You have right only to concentrate on your work. You do it dispassionately. But at the same time, they say, you think of a good result, good goal, you fix up, and once you have a fixed goal, then you can reach that goal. Supposing we don't have a goal at all, but how do we proceed then? There should be some goal. Yes, I will appear for IIT entrance exam, I will pass. So if you don't have a goal is different from result. This is subtle difference is there. So result maybe in spite of we are preparing so well, but still supposing the seats are very limited, lakhs of people have appeared, and some questions you do not get it as expected, then one may fail. That is why in another sloka we have read, Adhishthanam tadaha karta karanancha pradhakvitam vividascha pradhakcheshta daivam chaivatra panchamam. So out of the 5 elements that are responsible for the result, so daivam is also there. So therefore, we have to understand this minute differences very easily, closely we have to follow. That is why it is also called as Brahma Vidya. Because so many, once we start studying, we get all the doubts. But too many doubts should not be nurtured like that. We should get them clarified immediately by consulting good scriptures or elderly people who know that. Otherwise, if we keep sansayatma vinasyati, God also says, if any fellow has got doubt only, he will be perished. He will remain in doubts only. He cannot start the work, he cannot perform it, he cannot get the success. So we should not fall into the trap as Rajasika Sukham. We should not fall into the trap. But there are many things in this world now that we are seeing every day-to-day life. We have to be cautious about them. That is the message of the Gita. If one wants to have permanent happiness, try to understand that power of Almighty and power of His creations, Panchabhutas, and how they are affecting us, how we have to cooperate with them and how they cooperate with us. And we are all one as a team. I repeat again, on this earth, beautiful earth, we are all one, irrespective of creed, religion, caste, height, weight, everything, race, sex, everything. We are all one. In all of us, the common thing is that Almighty's energy, power, cosmic power is running as a thread. That is repeatedly told by our saints, and every sloka it reveals like that. So once we understand that, we will perform our role nicely without any confusion. Why we have come, the director tells an actor in a picture, in a cinema that is being shot. So the role has been told to him very clearly. This is the role. He should forget for some time that he is another human being, a husband of a wife or a father of a son, everything. He may be a peon in the drama. So like that, we have come as a human being onto this world to live with other human beings who are already existing before we came. And all the animal kingdom, insects, birds, everything is available. So with all that nature, we have to try to understand them and adjust and live happily. That is the message. Thank you very much for listening to it. Please comment.